Picture this, moving a stone the size of a modern bus, using nothing but ropes, wooden logs, and human power. It seems like an impossible feat, doesn't it? Yet our ancestors didn't just accomplish this once. They managed to erect thousands of these massive stones with astonishing precision, creating monuments that continue to captivate us millennia later. In Göbekli Tepe, Turkey, they achieved this remarkable feat over 12,000 years ago, predating even the invention of agriculture. This extraordinary accomplishment raises one of archaeology's most intriguing questions. How did they do it? These ancient builders, working without metal tools, without wheels, and without any of our modern technology, accomplished something that would challenge even today's most sophisticated engineering firms. At Göbekli Tepe, they carved, transported, and erected T-shaped pillars weighing up to 20 tons each. The precision of their work is so remarkable that even with our advanced modern instruments, we can barely detect any alignment errors in their construction. What makes this even more fascinating is that these monuments were built by people who, according to our previous understanding, should have been simple hunter-gatherers. They had no permanent settlements, no organized agriculture, and supposedly no complex social structures. Yet they managed to coordinate hundreds, perhaps thousands of people in these massive construction projects. Today, we're going to unravel one of antiquity's greatest mysteries. How were these megalithic monuments constructed? What ingenious methods did our ancestors develop to move these colossal stones? How did they achieve such precise astronomical alignments without modern measuring tools? These questions have puzzled archaeologists, engineers, and historians for generations, and recent discoveries are finally helping us piece together this ancient puzzle. If you're passionate about archaeological mysteries and the incredible achievements of our ancestors, you won't want to miss what comes next. Join us on this fascinating journey into humanity's architectural past. Like this video and subscribe to our channel for more captivating revelations about our ancient history. Together, we'll explore how our ancestors accomplished these seemingly impossible feats and what their achievements tell us about human ingenuity and cooperation. Get ready to challenge everything you thought you knew about prehistoric human capabilities. The story of megalithic construction is not just about moving big stones. It's a testament to human determination, innovation, and the remarkable ability to achieve the impossible through collective effort. The term megalithic derives from ancient Greek, combining mega, great, and lithos, stone. But these extraordinary structures represent far more than just massive stones stacked upon each other. They stand as enduring testimonies to our ancestors' remarkable capabilities in engineering, astronomy, and social organization. Throughout human history, megalithic structures have emerged across vastly different cultures and continents, suggesting that our ancestors, regardless of their geographical location, possessed sophisticated knowledge of construction and engineering principles. From the rolling hills of Britain to the plains of Turkey, these monuments tell a story of human ingenuity that stretches back to the very dawn of civilization. Stonehenge, perhaps the world's most famous megalithic structure, began its construction approximately 5,000 years ago, around 3000 BCE. This places its inception in the late Neolithic period, a time when Britain was transitioning from hunter-gatherer societies to early farming communities. To put this in perspective, when the first stones of Stonehenge were being positioned, the Great Pyramid of Giza had not yet been conceived. The Egyptian pyramids, often considered the epitome of ancient architecture, would not begin to rise for another 500 years. However, the story of megalithic construction extends far deeper into our past. Göbekli Tepe in Turkey has revolutionized our understanding of ancient human capabilities. Constructed around 10,000 BCE, this remarkable site predates Stonehenge by approximately 7,000 years. This means that when Stonehenge's builders were placing their first stones, Göbekli Tepe had already been standing for as long as all of recorded human history since the birth of Christ. The discovery of Göbekli Tepe has forced archaeologists and historians to dramatically revise their timeline of human cultural development. This sophisticated complex was built by people who had not yet developed pottery, metallurgy, or even agriculture. They were still hunter-gatherers, yet they managed to create a monumental sanctuary that required extraordinary planning, cooperation, and architectural expertise. This historical context challenges our preconceptions about ancient human societies. These structures weren't built by advanced civilizations with writing systems and complex technologies. They were constructed by people who, according to traditional archaeological narratives, should have been focused solely on survival. Instead, they were creating astronomical observatories, ceremonial centers, and architectural masterpieces that would endure for millennia. The chronological scope of megalithic construction reveals a fascinating pattern of human development. From Göbekli Tepe's early beginnings through Stonehenge's later refinements, we see a continuous thread of human achievement spanning thousands of years. These structures weren't isolated incidents, but part of a broader pattern of human innovation and spiritual expression that crossed continents and cultures, leaving an indelible mark on our shared human heritage. Dawn breaks over the ancient British landscape as the first rays of the summer sun paint the sky in hues of amber and gold. As a builder of Stonehenge around 2500 BCE, you are part of a community that has undertaken one of humanity's most ambitious projects. The air is crisp, filled with the sounds of hundreds of people gathering for the day's monumental task, moving a sarsen stone weighing 25 tons across miles of challenging terrain. You belong to a society more sophisticated than many might imagine. Though you possess no written language, your people have developed an intricate understanding of astronomy, mathematics, and engineering principles passed down through generations of oral tradition. Your community consists of skilled craftsmen, astronomical observers, engineers, and laborers, each playing a vital role in this grand endeavor. The project leaders are the wise elders and priests who have spent years studying the movements of the sun and stars. They have precisely calculated where each stone must stand to align with celestial events. These knowledge keepers hold the architectural vision of Stonehenge in their minds, directing the placement of each massive stone with remarkable precision. Among your fellow builders are the stone workers, who have learned to shape these enormous stones using nothing but stone hammers and antler picks. Their expertise has been refined through years of practice, enabling them to work the hard sarsen stone into the distinctive shapes required for the monument. The surface of each stone must be carefully worked to achieve the needed flatness, and the joints must be precisely crafted to create the iconic trilithon structures. The transport specialists are perhaps the most innovative members of your community. These individuals have mastered the art of moving massive stones using a combination of wooden sledges, rollers, and ropes made from tree bark and animal hide. They understand the principles of friction and leverage, knowing exactly how to position the rollers and how many people are needed to pull each stone. Your community also includes the support network of food providers, tool makers, and rope makers who keep the construction effort supplied with essential resources. Women, men, and even older children all contribute to this massive undertaking. Some prepare the substantial amounts of food needed to feed hundreds of workers, while others maintain the vital tools and equipment necessary for construction. The workforce itself is a marvel of social organization. Teams of up to 200 people work in coordinated groups, pulling in unison to move each stone. The air fills with rhythmic chants that help synchronize the pulling efforts and boost morale during the exhausting work. These songs, passed down through generations, carry the cultural memory of your people and the techniques needed for the construction. As you prepare to take your place among the rope pullers, you understand that you're not just building a monument, you're participating in an act of cosmic significance. Every stone placement, every alignment, and every architectural detail has been planned to create a structure that will connect earth and sky, marking the important cycles of the sun and moon that govern your community's ritual calendar. The sheer scale of cooperation required for this project reflects a society with sophisticated social organization. Despite having no formal writing system or modern technology, your community has developed complex planning abilities, architectural knowledge, and project management skills that rival those of much later civilizations. This is not the work of simple laborers, but of a people with deep understanding of mathematics, astronomy, and engineering principles. Looking around at your fellow builders, you see the determination in their eyes. Everyone understands that they are creating something that will outlast them by millennia, a testament to human ingenuity, cooperation, and determination. This is not merely construction work, it is an act of creation that connects your community to both the heavens above and the generations yet to come. The construction of megalithic monuments represents one of humanity's earliest technological revolutions. Recent archaeological discoveries and experimental archaeology have revealed sophisticated engineering techniques that challenge our perceptions of ancient capabilities. These builders developed and mastered complex technologies that would influence construction methods for millennia to come. The transportation of massive stones, some weighing up to 50 tons, was accomplished through an ingenious system of wooden sledges and rollers. Experimental archaeologists have demonstrated that these sledges, crafted from durable hardwoods, could distribute the weight of megaliths effectively across multiple rolling logs. The builders likely used wooden rollers made from straight tree trunks, carefully selected and stripped of bark. These rollers would be continuously moved from the back to the front of the sledge, creating a perpetual rolling platform. Evidence suggests they used lubricants such as animal fat or wet clay to reduce friction between the sledge and rollers. Perhaps one of the most remarkable innovations was their use of earthen ramps and terraces. Archaeological evidence at several sites reveals the strategic construction of compacted earth ramps, built gradually with layers of soil, clay, and crushed stone. These ramps served multiple purposes. They provided stable platforms for construction, enabled the transportation of stones to higher levels, and could be easily removed upon completion. At Göbekli Tepe, researchers have identified the remnants of such ramps, suggesting they were integral to the site's construction methodology. The implementation of counterweight and lever systems demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of physics principles. Using fulcrums and wooden levers, builders could manipulate stones weighing many tons with relatively modest human force. Archaeological evidence suggests they created pit fulcrums, using the earth itself as a stable base for their lever systems. This technique would have been particularly crucial in raising the massive lintels atop the vertical stones at sites like Stonehenge. One of the most fascinating aspects of megalithic construction is the precision of their stone-fitting techniques. Recent analyses have revealed that the builders of Stonehenge employed sophisticated joinery methods, including the dovetail joint, a technique still used in fine woodworking today. These joints, carved with remarkable accuracy using stone tools, created interlocking connections between massive stones that have helped these structures survive for millennia. The precision of these fits is so exceptional that in many cases not even a knife blade can be inserted between the stones. The builders also developed advanced surveying and measurement systems. They used simple but effective tools like plumb bobs, measuring ropes, and wooden squares to achieve remarkable precision in their alignments. At Stonehenge, the stones are positioned with such accuracy that they align perfectly with celestial events like the summer solstice sunrise, demonstrating a masterful understanding of both construction and astronomical principles. Water engineering played a crucial role as well. Evidence suggests that builders used water leveling techniques to ensure precise horizontal alignments. They likely created shallow channels filled with water to establish level references across considerable distances, a technique that would not be formally documented until the Roman era, thousands of years later. Tool-making technology was equally sophisticated. Analysis of the stone surfaces reveals the use of various specialized tools, including stone mauls for rough shaping, smaller hammerstones for detail work, and antler picks for fine carving. The progression of tool marks on the stones shows a systematic approach to stoneworking, moving from rough shaping to increasingly fine finishing techniques. These ancient engineers also developed innovative methods for stone extraction. At quarry sites, they used a combination of fire setting, heating the stone, and rapidly cooling it to cause cracking, and wooden wedges that would be soaked with water to expand and split the stone along natural faults. This controlled splitting technique allowed them to extract massive blocks with minimal waste. Most remarkably, these technological advancements were achieved through careful observation, experimentation, and the passing down of knowledge through generations. Without written manuals or modern scientific understanding, these ancient builders developed solutions that continue to impress engineers today. Their achievements stand as testimony to human ingenuity and the remarkable capabilities of our ancestors to solve complex engineering challenges with elegant, effective solutions. The refined nature of these technologies suggests that megalithic builders possessed a sophisticated understanding of materials, science, physics, and engineering principles, even if they conceived of these concepts in different terms than we do today. Their technological achievements laid the groundwork for many construction techniques that would be used by later civilizations, some of which continue to influence modern construction practices. The construction of megalithic monuments presented a series of formidable challenges that would test the limits of human ingenuity, organization, and determination. These challenges, when examined in detail, reveal the extraordinary capabilities of our ancient ancestors and their remarkable solutions to seemingly impossible problems. The transportation of massive stones across vast distances stands as perhaps the most daunting physical challenge. The blue stones of Stonehenge, for instance, were quarried in the Preseli Mountains of Wales and transported an astounding 250 kilometers to their final destination in Salisbury Plain. This journey would have involved navigating varied terrains, including steep hills, dense forests, and potentially waterways. Recent archaeological evidence suggests that the builders might have used a combination of land and water routes, using wooden sledges on land and rafts or boats for water transport. The logistics of moving stones weighing up to 4 tons each across such distances required intricate planning and coordination. The even more massive sarsen stones, weighing up to 50 tons, presented a different scale of challenge altogether. While these were sourced from closer locations, their sheer size made them significantly more difficult to transport. Archaeological evidence suggests that these movements required carefully prepared trackways, with teams of hundreds of people working in coordinated efforts. The builders would have needed to clear paths through forests, bridge soft ground, and navigate around natural obstacles, all while maintaining control of these enormous loads. The precise astronomical alignment of these structures represents another layer of complexity that required sophisticated planning and execution. At Stonehenge, the monument is aligned with both the summer solstice sunrise and the winter solstice sunset. Achieving such precision required extensive astronomical observations over many years, as well as the ability to translate these observations into accurate ground measurements. The builders needed to develop methods to mark and maintain these alignments throughout the construction process, likely using a system of marker posts and observation points. The organizational challenges were equally formidable. Managing large workforces of hundreds or even thousands of people required sophisticated social organization. Leaders needed to coordinate different specialized teams, from stone quarriers and transporters to astronomical observers and construction specialists. They needed to develop and maintain systems of communication and ensure that complex construction sequences were followed correctly. Evidence suggests that these projects required year-round work crews as well as seasonal gatherings of larger groups for major construction phases. The logistical challenge of feeding and supporting such large workforces was immense. Archaeological evidence from worker settlements near megalithic sites reveals sophisticated systems of food procurement and distribution. Analysis of animal bones and plant remains suggests organized hunting and gathering operations, as well as early forms of animal husbandry and crop cultivation. The builders needed to establish supply chains for food, maintain clean water sources, and provide shelter for workers, particularly during long-term construction phases. Tool maintenance presented another ongoing challenge. The stone and antler tools used in construction required constant repair and replacement. Evidence from megalithic sites shows sophisticated tool-making workshops where specialists would have worked continuously to maintain the equipment needed for construction. This included not just cutting and shaping tools, but also the wooden rollers, sledges and ropes that were crucial for stone transport. Weather and seasonal conditions pose significant challenges. Construction work would have been particularly difficult during wet seasons when the ground became soft and unstable. The builders needed to develop techniques for working in various weather conditions and likely had to carefully plan different construction phases around seasonal changes. Evidence suggests they may have used temporary shelters and windbreaks to protect crucial work areas during adverse weather. The challenge of precision fitting and stone shaping without metal tools required extraordinary skill and patience. Workers needed to develop techniques for accurately shaping massive stones using only stone, antler, and wooden tools. This involved not just rough shaping, but also the creation of sophisticated joinery and interlocking surfaces. The level of precision achieved is remarkable. In many cases, the stones fit together so tightly that a knife blade cannot be inserted between them. Safety was another crucial challenge. Moving and placing massive stones would have been extremely dangerous work. Archaeological evidence from worker burials suggests that accidents did occur, but the relatively low number of trauma injuries indicates that the builders had developed effective safety practices and techniques for handling these dangerous materials. The psychological challenge of maintaining workforce motivation over many years or even decades of construction cannot be underestimated. These projects required immense collective effort and dedication, suggesting that the builders had developed strong social and possibly religious motivations to sustain their commitment to these enormous undertakings. The monuments themselves may have served as powerful symbols of community achievement, helping to maintain social cohesion and purpose throughout the construction process. The megalithic monuments stand not only as testament to ancient engineering prowess, but also as profound teachers of timeless principles that remain relevant in our modern world. Their construction offers valuable insights into human innovation, collaboration, and problem-solving that can inform our approach to contemporary challenges. The power of observation and empirical learning stands as perhaps the most significant lesson from these ancient builders. Without formal scientific education or advanced measuring tools, they developed sophisticated understanding of materials, forces, and astronomical alignments through careful observation and practical experimentation. This reminds us that while modern technology is valuable, the fundamental skill of careful observation remains crucial to innovation and problem-solving. Their approach to sustainable construction practices offers particularly relevant lessons for our time. These ancient builders worked with locally sourced materials, developed methods that required minimal resource waste, and created structures that have endured for millennia. In an age where we grapple with environmental challenges and sustainable development, their efficient use of local resources and focus on longevity provides a compelling model for sustainable construction. The organizational achievements of megalithic builders demonstrate the extraordinary potential of human collaboration. They coordinated hundreds, sometimes thousands of people in complex construction projects without modern communication tools or project management software. Their success relied on clear leadership structures, effective communication systems, and strong community bonds. This serves as a powerful reminder that while technology can facilitate collaboration, the fundamental principles of clear communication and strong social organization remain essential for large-scale project success. Their innovative problem-solving approaches offer another crucial lesson. When faced with seemingly impossible challenges, these builders developed creative solutions using available resources. They didn't have access to modern machinery, but they understood and applied basic principles of physics and engineering to achieve their goals. This demonstrates that constraints can often drive innovation, and that simple, elegant solutions may exist for even the most complex problems. The long-term planning demonstrated in these projects also holds valuable lessons. Many megalithic monuments were built over generations, requiring sustained commitment and careful transfer of knowledge between successive groups of builders. This long-term perspective contrasts sharply with our often short-term focused modern approach and reminds us of the value of planning for future generations. Their approach to knowledge preservation and transmission offers insights relevant to modern education and training. Without written manuals or formal educational systems, they successfully passed complex technical knowledge through generations using practical demonstration, oral tradition, and hands-on learning. This reminds us of the importance of practical experience and mentorship in technical education. The precision achieved by these ancient builders challenges our assumptions about technological progress. Using simple tools and careful methodology, they achieved levels of precision that would be impressive even with modern equipment. This suggests that sophisticated technology, while helpful, is not always necessary for achieving high-quality results. Skill, patience, and attention to detail can often be more important. Their integration of practical and spiritual purposes offers lessons about holistic design. Megalithic monuments weren't just engineering achievements, they served as astronomical calendars, religious centers, and community gathering places. This multifunctional approach to design reminds us to consider how our modern constructions can serve multiple community needs. The builders' respect for natural principles and materials provides insights for modern sustainable design. They worked with natural properties of materials rather than against them, understood local environmental conditions, and created structures that worked in harmony with natural cycles. This approach to working with nature, rather than attempting to dominate it, offers valuable lessons for modern, sustainable development. Perhaps most importantly, these monuments demonstrate the remarkable achievements possible through collective human effort. When communities unite behind a common goal, combining their skills and resources, they can accomplish seemingly impossible tasks. In our increasingly individualistic modern society, this reminder of the power of community cooperation and shared purpose is particularly relevant. The endurance of these structures also teaches us about the value of quality and durability in construction. In an age of planned obsolescence and rapid replacement cycles, the millennia-long survival of megalithic monuments reminds us that investing in quality and durability can have benefits that extend far beyond the immediate future. Finally, these ancient achievements remind us to maintain humility about our modern capabilities. While we have developed remarkable technologies, The innovative solutions and extraordinary achievements of ancient builders demonstrate that human ingenuity and determination, rather than advanced technology alone, are the true drivers of remarkable achievements. This perspective can inspire us to look beyond technological solutions and tap into fundamental human capabilities of creativity, cooperation, and careful observation in addressing modern challenges. The secrets of megalithic monuments continue to astound archaeologists and engineers alike. At Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, the massive T-shaped pillars stand as a testament to ancient engineering prowess, with some weighing up to 20 tons. These colossal monoliths were carefully carved, transported, and erected by people who had not yet developed metal tools or even pottery. Modern engineering calculations suggest that it would have taken at least 500 people working in perfect coordination to move just one of these pillars. The construction of Stonehenge reveals an even more remarkable story of human persistence. This iconic monument wasn't built in a single effort, but evolved through multiple construction phases spanning approximately 1,500 years. The first phase began around 3000 BCE with the creation of a circular earthwork enclosure. The famous stone circle we see today wasn't assembled until about 2500 BCE, and the monument continued to be modified and refined until about 1500 BCE. This multi-generational project demonstrates an extraordinary commitment to a shared vision that transcended individual lifetimes. The sourcing of Stonehenge's stones presents one of archaeology's most intriguing logistics puzzles. The bluestones, which form the monument's inner circle, were quarried in the Preseli Mountains of Wales and transported an astonishing 250 kilometers to their final location in Salisbury Plain. This journey would have involved navigating challenging terrain, crossing rivers, and possibly even using water transport along the coast. Recent archaeological evidence suggests that these stones may have been moved as part of a larger social and religious process, possibly stopping at various significant locations along the way. Perhaps one of the most fascinating yet lesser-known aspects of megalithic construction is the builders' sophisticated understanding of acoustics. Recent studies have revealed that many megalithic chambers and circles create unusual acoustic effects, including sound reflection patterns that could have enhanced ritual ceremonies. At Stonehenge, researchers have discovered that the stones are arranged in a way that creates a remarkable acoustic environment, with sound waves bouncing off the stones to create complex patterns of amplification and echo. Some theorists suggest that these acoustic properties weren't accidental, but were deliberately engineered into the design, indicating that our ancestors had a profound understanding of sound behavior. The astronomical alignment of these structures adds another layer of sophistication to their design. During the summer solstice at Stonehenge, the sun rises precisely over the heel stone and shines directly into the center of the monument. This alignment required precise astronomical observations over many years and sophisticated engineering calculations to achieve. The fact that these alignments remain accurate after thousands of years speaks to the extraordinary precision of the original construction. Even more remarkably, recent experiments have shown that the specific arrangement of the stones at many megalithic sites creates infrasound resonance, sound waves below the range of human hearing that can nevertheless affect human consciousness. This suggests that these ancient builders may have understood and deliberately incorporated subtle physical phenomena into their designs that we are only now beginning to comprehend with modern scientific instruments. These fascinating details paint a picture of ancient builders who were far more sophisticated than previously imagined. Their achievements challenge our assumptions about prehistoric human capabilities and remind us that innovation and ingenuity are not modern inventions, but fundamental human traits that have been with us throughout our history. As we conclude our exploration of megalithic construction, we are left with a profound appreciation for the remarkable achievements of our ancestors. These ancient monuments stand not merely as assemblages of stone, but as powerful testimonies to humanity's extraordinary capacity to overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges through collaboration and innovation. When you next encounter one of these awe-inspiring megalithic structures, pause for a moment to consider the full scope of what they represent. Each carefully placed stone tells a story of human determination. Each precise alignment speaks of sophisticated knowledge passed down through generations, and every massive monolith bears witness to the power of coordinated human effort. These monuments are not just architectural achievements, they are manifestations of our species' remarkable ability to envision the impossible and make it reality. The true secret of megalithic construction, we now understand, extends far beyond the mechanical techniques of moving and placing massive stones. It lies in the remarkable social organization that made these projects possible. Our ancestors developed sophisticated systems of cooperation, communication, and knowledge transfer that enabled them to coordinate hundreds, sometimes thousands of people in pursuit of a shared vision. This level of social cohesion and collective purpose remains impressive even by today's standards. These monuments remind us that great achievements are rarely the product of individual genius, but rather the result of communities working together toward common goals. The builders of Stonehenge and Göbekli Tepe didn't just solve engineering problems, they created new forms of social organization that would influence human civilization for millennia to come. Perhaps most importantly, these ancient structures challenge our modern assumptions about progress and human capability. They stand as humbling reminders that our ancestors possessed levels of ingenuity, technical skill, and organizational ability that we are still working to fully understand. Their achievements suggest that human potential is not limited by technology, but rather by our ability to work together and think creatively. As we face our own global challenges in the modern world, the lessons of megalithic builders remain remarkably relevant. They show us that with sufficient cooperation, determination, and innovative thinking, humanity can accomplish feats that seem beyond our capabilities. Their legacy inspires us to think beyond conventional limitations and reminds us that the most remarkable achievements often come from combining simple principles with extraordinary levels of social coordination. If you've been captivated by these revelations about our ancient past, we invite you to become part of our growing community of history enthusiasts. By subscribing to our channel, you'll join thousands of others in exploring the fascinating mysteries of human civilization. Each like and share helps us reach more people with these remarkable stories of human achievement. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to ensure you never miss our upcoming episodes. We'll be delving deeper into other fascinating aspects of ancient engineering, from the pyramids of Egypt to the remarkable water management systems of ancient Rome. Share this video with friends who share your passion for archaeology and human achievement. Together, we can uncover more amazing stories of our shared human heritage. Remember, every time you explore these ancient mysteries, you're not just learning about the past, you're gaining insights into the extraordinary potential that lies within all of us. Join us on this continuing journey of discovery as we unravel more surprising revelations about our remarkable human story.